A big part of making effective prototypes is making sure they communicate what you want them to. While everyone has their own prototyping style, consider using these tips to help get you started with perfecting your prototyping workflow. Tip 1. Name your layers. I can't stress how important it is to name your layers and elements. When you start passing off files to other team members or developers, having consistent names throughout your document will make it easier to communicate edits or translate it into an actual working design. For example, avoid default names like frame 20 and label it with the page's name. Same goes for elements. Home button is easier to find than copy of group 75 when looking through your layers panel. Tip 2. Use components when possible. If your project uses a lot of the same elements across multiple pages, make them into components. If you have updates or changes, using components will make it faster for you to update the entire document instead of having to individually update each page an element is on. Tip 3. Make a to-do list. For projects that take multiple days or have multiple people involved, it's best to know which tasks have been done, which tasks still need to be completed, and who is responsible. Creating to-do lists and assigning tasks allows for you and your team to keep track of all of this. If you use Figma, like me, I suggest using a widget to help you keep track of everything right inside your file. But you can also make dedicated frames or use another task managing software to keep track of items. Tip 4. Map out your connections. This one works hand in hand with Tip 3. When working alone or in a small team, it can sometimes be difficult to remember if you've made all the necessary connections you might be testing. So before you start, I recommend writing down the most important features you are testing so that as you walk through your prototype, you're able to cross them off as you go. Tip 5. Always keep learning. Prototyping software is always changing, so we always need to be developing our skills. If you use Figma, I recommend following them on social media because they post updates every month. YouTube is also a great free resource for learning how to do different things in a variety of different prototyping softwares. If you have a question about how to do something, I bet you someone has already made a video about it. Staying up to date on prototyping features will save you lots of time by keeping you future-focused. Prototyping can be time-consuming, but is important for iterating with real user data. So keep these tips in mind during your next prototyping project.